Today's video is about Queen Elizabeth I, one of the most influential and respected monarchs in history. Born in Greenwich on September 7, 1533, Elizabeth was the daughter of King Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn. Her early life was marked by a series of dramatic events, including the execution of her mother when she was just 2.5 years old. Despite these trials, Elizabeth was well-educated and demonstrated a keen intellect from a young age. In November of 1558, she ascended to the throne of England, marking the beginning of what would become known as the Elizabethan era. Her reign was characterized by significant advancements in the arts, education, and naval power, transforming England into a major world player. The reign of Queen Elizabeth I marked an era of great change and progress, earning her the title the Virgin Queen. Born on September 7, 1533, Elizabeth was the daughter of King Henry VIII and his second wife, Anne Boleyn. Despite being born into royalty, Elizabeth's early life was far from a fairy tale. Her mother, Anne Boleyn, was beheaded when Elizabeth was just 2 years old, leaving her motherless and declared illegitimate by her father. This was a harsh and brutal introduction to the world of Tudor politics for young Elizabeth. She was stripped of her title as a princess and was forced to navigate the treacherous and ever-shifting political landscape. Yet, even amid such adversities, Elizabeth was determined to thrive. From a young age, she showed an impressive aptitude for learning. She received an education that was far advanced for women of her time, mastering several languages including Greek, Latin, French, and Italian. Alongside this, she was also taught history, rhetoric, and moral and natural philosophy, which cultivated in her a critical and analytical mind. Growing up, she faced numerous challenges. From the constant threat of political enemies to the instability of her own status within the royal household, Elizabeth's childhood was marked by uncertainty and peril. But these experiences didn't break her. They made her stronger, more resilient, and more determined. Her early life was a crucible, tempering her into a sovereign with a firm grasp of politics, an indomitable spirit, and a keen intellect. These skills would later become instrumental in her rule, helping her navigate the complexities of her kingdom and her reign. Despite the turmoil and hardship, Elizabeth maintained her dignity and her determination. She was a survivor, a learner, and above all, a leader in the making. Every challenge she faced, every adversity she overcame, served to mold her into the formidable monarch we remember her as today. Despite the hardship she faced, Elizabeth's early life shaped her into the queen we all know and admire. On November 17, 1558, Elizabeth ascended to the throne following the death of her half-sister, Queen Mary I. Queen Mary's reign had been a turbulent one, marked by religious tensions and political unrest. With her passing, the throne was left vacant, and the crown passed to her younger half-sister Elizabeth. Born to Anne Boleyn and King Henry VIII, Elizabeth was only 25 years old when she ascended the throne, a young woman stepping into a role of immense power and responsibility. The road to Elizabeth's ascension was not an easy one. Her early life was marked by scandal, intrigue, and uncertainty. She was declared illegitimate after her mother was executed, and she was imprisoned by her half-sister Mary, who viewed her as a threat to her reign. But Elizabeth was resilient. She survived the plots and the threats, and when the time came, she was ready to take on the mantle of queen. On January 15, 1559, Elizabeth was crowned Queen of England in a grand ceremony at Westminster Abbey. The coronation was a spectacle of pomp and pageantry, a celebration of a new beginning. Elizabeth was dressed in a gown of cloth of gold, her red hair loose under a circlet of gold. As she was anointed and crowned, the crowds outside cheered, heralding the start of a new era. As queen, Elizabeth faced a myriad of challenges. She had to navigate religious divisions, manage contentious relations with other European powers, and handle matters of domestic policy. But she was up to the task. She proved to be a shrewd and effective ruler, demonstrating a keen understanding of politics and a strong will. Elizabeth's reign brought about significant changes. She re-established the Church of England and pursued policies that promoted economic growth and exploration. She encouraged the arts and patronized playwrights like William Shakespeare, leading to a cultural renaissance that is still celebrated today. Thus began the Elizabethan era, a time of prosperity and cultural growth. Under Queen Elizabeth's rule, England transformed and flourished, ushering in an age that would be remembered as one of the most vibrant and influential periods in English history. Elizabeth's reign, known as the Elizabethan era, was a time of great progress for England. The span of her reign was a golden age in English history, during which England asserted itself as a major power in politics, commerce, and the arts. One of the most significant events of her reign was the defeat of the Spanish Armada in 1588. This victory not only thwarted Spain's plans to invade England and re-establish Catholicism, but also signaled England's emergence as a global naval power. The defeat of the Spanish Armada was a turning point. It established England as a significant force and set the stage for its future as a global empire. But Elizabeth's reign wasn't just about military victories, it was also a time of great cultural growth and achievement. Under her rule, the arts flourished. This was the era of William Shakespeare, Christopher Marlowe, and Thomas Kyd. Their works, along with those of other Elizabethan playwrights, transformed English drama and left a lasting legacy. Elizabeth was known for her wise and prudent policies. She valued counsel and was known to listen to her advisors, yet she was decisive and firm when she needed to be. Her financial policies helped stabilize the economy, and her religious policies fostered a degree of religious tolerance not often seen in the era. She established a Church of England that was Protestant in nature but retained many Catholic traditions, a move that helped to somewhat quell religious unrest. Elizabeth's reign was marked by a delicate balancing act between Catholics and Protestants both at home and abroad. In terms of domestic policy, Elizabeth was a shrewd and strategic ruler. She implemented a series of poor laws to help the needy, a progressive move for the time. She also encouraged exploration and trade, leading to the establishment of English colonies in the New World. Elizabeth's reign also saw advancements in education. Grammar schools were established throughout the country, and universities expanded. This focus on education helped to create a more educated middle class, which in turn fueled advancements in the arts and sciences. Elizabeth I was not just a queen, she was a symbol of resilience and strength. Her reign was marked by political savvy, cultural growth, and military triumphs. She navigated religious divides, faced down threats both at home and abroad, and led her country into a golden age. Elizabeth's reign was one of the longest in English history, spanning over 44 years until her death in 1603. But her influence extended far beyond her lifetime. Her policies and the cultural growth during her reign shaped England and set the course for its future. Elizabeth's reign was a testament to her strength and wisdom, and her legacy continues to resonate even today. Queen Elizabeth I left behind a powerful legacy, shaping England into a major world power. Her reign, marked by significant cultural and political shifts, propelled the nation into the forefront of global politics. Known for her diplomatic prowess, she navigated complex international relations, fostering peace and prosperity. The Elizabethan era was not just a time of political strength, it was also a golden age of culture. From Shakespearean plays to advancements in science, the epoch under Elizabeth's rule was a beacon of intellectual and artistic enlightenment. Queen Elizabeth I's influence extends far beyond her reign, shaping the world as we know it today. Her leadership style, marked by her wit, wisdom, and unyielding resolve, continues to inspire leaders across the globe. Her legacy is not confined to the pages of history books, it lives on in the spirit of the modern world. Queen Elizabeth I, the Virgin Queen, forever imprinted in the annals of history. And thus we conclude our journey through the life and reign of Queen Elizabeth I. We've traversed her early life, ascension to the throne, her reign, and the legacy she left behind. Her story is a testament to resilience and the power of determination, forever etched in history. Do not forget to subscribe for more content like this, share if you found it informative, and follow for more intriguing stories from history. Until next time.